took hundreds of volunteer firefighters, including help from across state lines, but the Road 702 wildfire is now mostly contained. They battled the flames near the Nebraska-Kansas border for about a week. We're seeing more and more wildfires, and drought conditions are not helping matters. Take a look at the University of Nebraska's latest drought monitor. Red means extreme, that's north to south through the middle of the state, and you can see from the darker orange that most of Nebraska is in severe drought. Weather Now meteorologist Caitlin Harvey shows us the effort to prepare for more fires.
Drought has gotten progressively worse over the years throughout the state of Nebraska, which has not only had an impact on local farmers and ranchers, but on Nebraska's wildfire season as well. I met with Eric Mowell in the Nebraska Forest Service and Tecumseh for a wildland fire training to get his thoughts on the worsening drought and fire seasons in Nebraska.
We have been noticing that lately we're not getting wildfire seasons, we're having wildfire years. Our fire season has not stopped since 2020.
Nebraska's wildfire season is typically June through September, but Eric says that's no longer the case for much of the state. At least 90% of the state is currently in a drought, not to mention that 2022's drought started earlier in the season than we normally expect it to begin.
We're starting to see that we're not having that natural fire cycle like what we used to see. The wildland fuels, they just keep growing, going dormant, dying, and they just keep piling up on each other, and we just keep seeing a huge fuel loading across the state.
Ali Gatula, the Deputy Emergency Manager for Johnson and Pawnee Counties, agrees.
The wildland fires they haven't stopped since 2019. It's supposed to be fire season, but it's been all year. The weather's really making that, I don't know, the weather's really affecting the fires this year.
Fire's coming from this direction!
With what's been years worth of fire season, many volunteer fire departments and other first responders are becoming overwhelmed quickly. Eric Mowell and the Nebraska Forest Service are working to network to create a greater pool of resources throughout Nebraska.
We're starting to make those contacts with these fire departments, like what I'm doing here this weekend, coming down and making the contacts with the fire department so that we know what's in their fire station as far as equipment, what their training level is, so that we know how to get a hold of them to say, hey, we need some folks out here, would you be willing to send some equipment?
To help make some of these connections and contacts, the Nebraska Forest Service holds red card classes across the state. This weekend's class was hosted by the Tecumseh Fire Department, and several local agencies came out to learn and simulate wildland fire fighting strategies, including cutting fire line, doing hose lay, and even practicing sheltering in place should firefighters find themselves surrounded by fire with no way out. But it isn't just a western Nebraska problem anymore. With fires becoming more common in eastern Nebraska and dozens of fires already igniting in 2022 alone, suburban communities should be paying close attention to days with high fire danger.
I would say on the outskirts of like Lincoln and Omaha, they most definitely should be, because this half of the state is now starting to experience what the western half of the state experiences every summer. Now, the entire state of Nebraska is in some form of drought. Last year, we had a fire up in northern Holt County that went 6,500 acres. They never see wildfires that go that big.
But not every day with high fire danger needs to be panic-inducing.
Fire's coming! Get going!
Eric has some advice for folks across the state.
So the best thing that I can tell the general public is listen to the weather. You know, your meteorologists are out here talking about this stuff all the time. If you hear that red flag warning, that means that as far as the fire environment is concerned, we have abnormally warmer temperatures, abnormally lower relative humidities, and sustained winds of over 20 miles an hour. Those are the days that you need to just kind of take a step back and help the first responders by not creating an incident.